Greetings from the heart of Munich at Café Datenschutz. Today, we will be discussing the concept of working from abroad, also known as Workation. An increasing number of companies are permitting their employees to work from overseas, and it is important to consider data protection requirements. More about this in today's vid. An increasing number of companies are permitting their employees to work from overseas, at least for a limited time. In this context, abroad does not always mean solely the European Union, but rather encompasses the entire world. The question that always comes up is whether this should be regarded as a data transfer from a data protection perspective in the event that my employee does not log in from their home office or from the company's own location, but instead works in a different location around the world with their notebook computer. From a data protection perspective, it is not a data transfer, because data transfer specifically requires data exchange either between two controllers or between a processor and a controller in order to be considered as such. And that is precisely what is missing in this situation, as the employee is a component of the company. By the way, the explanations of the European Data Protection Committee linked below also go into this in more detail. However, the issue of data transfer does not yet conclude the data protection law topic. Article 32 of the GDPR also requires the establishment of necessary information security measures in this context. And particularly when employees access their company data from any location around the globe with a laptop computer, a number of conditions and factors need to be taken into consideration. In the first place, it is essential to exclusively use company-owned hardware. This means that you must have full control over the technical equipment in order to defend against corresponding attack attempts and to be able to capture the system status accurately and effectively. In addition, you should choose secure communication channels, that is, especially VPN connections. Special attention should be paid to the topic of internet connection. There are certain countries where technical additional measures seem sensible there. It should also be verified whether the utilization of foreign WLANs, such as in hotels or similar establishments, is universally prohibited and only personal telecommunication cards are employed for connecting. There are also particular countries where the decoupling of IT systems may make sense and be deemed as a sensible approach to adopt. There are specific regions around the world where companies typically work with a decoupled IT system landscape, so there is also a risk-based consideration depending on the environment in which the person is operating there, in order to ensure appropriate security measures in terms of information security and safeguarding sensitive data. Especially when many of their employees frequently travel to different countries, it may be advisable to issue an IT policy, if necessary, in order to document the corresponding measures in writing, also staggered by regions. To quote Voltaire, one thing is certain, traveling is always beneficial, and thus to the conclusion. When it comes to workation, that is, working from abroad combined with perhaps also some vacation, there is no transfer of data from a data protection perspective as long as you provide your own hardware to the employees who are working remotely. It is therefore particularly a question of information security and is also justified in taking appropriate measures to ensure secure access from abroad. What else occurred in data protection? Hackers have targeted a renowned company in the northern part of Germany. Production and IT were shut down as a precaution. More about it in the link in the description. Have fun reading.